Hey, Mike and Mike's Bags, and today I'm reviewing the Black Pearl by Black Flag Cornhole. Let's go ahead and dive in. We'll break these bags down. These are a carpet bag. This has that Viking carpet on the slow side. I call it a 4-speed. It's a controllable material, great for playing dirty style game, great for blocks. It's great for shot shaping, cuts, rolls, flops, all of that. Again, I call it a 4-speed. I think Black Flag calls it a 5. There's some other companies out there as well that call this material 5. For me, because I play outdoors, bags get dirty. You can kind of see it starting to fuzz up. Bags get dirty, they get roughed up. My bags tend to play a little slower, so maybe if you keep your bags cleaner, they might play faster, but definitely a controllable material. So for me, it's a 4-speed on the slow side. Fast side, this is that Pro Sniper, Deadhead, Viper fast side, 9-speed. It's fast, great for pushing, collecting, cleaning up. Great for sliding the board in any conditions. So looking about a 4 to 5 on the slow, 9 on the fast. Template-wise, this is a medium template bag, but it is on the fuller side. There's quite a bit of fill in here, so you're not going to get much flop. So if you don't like a floppy bag, this Black Pearl is definitely for you. These bags took me a while to really break them in, which most carpet bags do. I think I put these through a toss sauce treatment, and then I went out and threw them for quite a bit, quite a few hours of throwing to really break, kind of soften materials up where I want them, break the fill in, get them exactly where I want. And it takes a while, but I've thrown these quite a bit, and you can still see they're not very floppy. So if you don't like floppy bags, looking for a fuller bag, this Black Pearl is definitely for you. The fullness of the bag, along with this fill, and I think it's a mixed fill. I feel like there's some beads in here and some flat fill. I don't feel any flat discs anywhere. So I think it's tough when you get the sticker material really kind of feel the fill that open the bags up. I think it's a mixed fill, but it's an active fill in here, which really lends to the fullness of the bag and really gives you the ability to shape shots, cuts, rolls, flops. This bag is phenomenal at that. And when you've got a control material like this, so you play that mix up a dirty style, block style bag with the ability to cut, roll, and flop, it just gives you all kinds of options to cause chaos on the board, really make your opponent struggle, and give you options to get bags in and get around bags and really outscore your opponent from round to round. These bags are also ACL stamped for 2024. These have the Pro stamp on them, so you play in ACL events, you can throw the Black Pearls. That leads me into playability, as I mentioned, and this is a bag that's just really designed for that dirty style player because of the control sides you have here. This bag to me is better suited for throwing blocks and really causing chaos. If you want to go hole for hole, you can do that with this material, but I think Black Flag makes some other bags that are probably a little better for that, because one of the knocks for me on this material, a couple knocks, one of the knocks is it doesn't want to tend to hang on the hole. This material is pretty sticky. It has that, it grabs the board. It doesn't want to just slide as easily as some other faster materials do. So you'll have some bags hang on the hole. Now, because it does have the fill in here and the fullness of it, it's a pretty easy bag to collect because you can easily clip it. You can get the bag moving, airmail drags, the bag will pop in really well. So it's definitely an easy bag to collect. I will say it's not the most forgiving bag because it's fuller, right? So you don't have that cornered grip as you would with some looser, floppier bags, which means you've got to be a little more precise with your throw. If you're off left to right and you kind of just get a corner to grab, just catch the hole, it's more likely you're going to skip past as opposed to grab it and come in. Now, if you get enough of a bag there, it'll dip in, it'll grab, pull in there. But that's one of the trade-offs you get, right? When you gain a bag like this that has so much control, a full bag, in a bag like this where you can grab it and lock it down, I have complete control. When I have this bag in my hand, I have complete control of how I release this bag. And by gaining that control, you're going to lose some of that forgiveness. That's the trade-off you get. I always talk about cornhole bags being a zero-sum game. When you gain in one area like control, you've got to give up something else. You're giving up a little bit of that forgiveness around the hole. This material is also going to kick on you. So if you don't throw the flattest of bags, this material will kick. It's going to grab. It's an active fill. It's a fill that's got a ton of movement, which leads to the bag wanting to kick a little more as well. So definitely a bag that's going to kick on you. But as I mentioned in other videos, and I'll mention with this one as well, is that kick is a cut, right? So if you've got a bag that's going to kick, you've got a bag that's also going to cut. Again, it's that trade-off. And you don't have to throw a flat bag with this because it's a consistent kick. But as long as you throw the same tilt of your bag, however you throw it, it's going to be the same kick. You can adjust your landing spot and work around it. And when I get bags like this, if I'm having an off day and I'm struggling to really get that bag to come in flat, and maybe I'm just going one way or the other a little bit, I will go to more of an intentional cut. I will put an intentional angle, whichever way feels more comfortable that day, put an angle and just play that bag so that I eliminate one direction. My bag's either going straight or it's going right to left. Or, I'm cutting out the left, right if I want to put the tilt that way. But go the other way, I can cut out that right to left. It's going straight or left, right, and I can minimize the misses and control where the bag's going to be and make sure that if the bag doesn't go where I want, it's still in a position where I can collect it. Definitely a controllable material. And as I mentioned, these bags are wonderful for shaping shots. So if you're looking to try to roll, flop, cut bags, these Black Pearls are great because you've got a ton of control with this, which gives you the ability when you throw your blockers and you have the control to put blockers wherever you want on the board. You can throw, level 1, level 2, level 3 blockers. Put your blockers wherever you want and get aggressive and put them more on your opponent's side. And it gives you the option. So if you put your blocker up there and your opponent doesn't clean it up and they leave it, you can get around it with cuts, rolls, flops, get around it, and then wait till your last bag come through and clean it up. Because the bags are full, it doesn't take much to clip. You're just touching the corner and you can take them in. They're not going to accordion up like floppy bags do. Very collectible. And like I said, as I mentioned, even though this material tends to not want to drip in the hole, this is not that hole friendly of a material. Even when bags are hanging there, I didn't have a lot of trouble as long as they were on the front or the sides to grab them and pull them in. You got the ability to throw cuts, to clip it and pull it back in. So it's definitely a collectible bag. It's a fun bag to throw, especially if you're into that shot shaping style of game. Like me, I love throwing cuts, and this is a bag where I can really make those really harsh, almost 90-degree cuts with it. So even if I'm playing an opponent who plays a dirty style game and putting blockers in my way, I can take this bag and I can cut around it, or you can roll or flop over it and leave their bag and make them work to collect their bag. And so that this bag, a bag like this with switch control, gives you just so many options to put your bags in the hole that it's fun to throw like this. Because you're not limited to one type of shot on these. I will also say this is a great bag for a beginner. If you're getting into the game and you're just starting to learn, a bag like this is really good because there's so much control on the slow side. There's no fear of really the bag just flying off the back like faster materials. Now, you're going to have kick. You're going to have struggle with your control initially as you're throwing the bag. But a bag like this for a beginner, if you could just get bags on the board and get them in front of the hole, this is a sticky enough bag that for a lot of players, they're going to have a hard time pushing through it. And if you're not good with the push, this bag will cause bags to kick off. So just putting bags up on the board in front of the hole can be an obstacle for opponents. Even if they're better than you, you may force them to make mistakes and allow you to wash rounds or not give up a lot of points and get it back to your partner who can score on their end. So wonderful bag for beginners. It's also fast enough on the fast side that you don't have to throw that hard to collect bags. Sometimes you get these sticky carpet bags like this and they'll put a slower fast side, and that's one where if you're not used to collecting, you don't throw hard, sometimes you have a hard time pushing through. With this fast side, if you've got a bag sticking up there and especially if I've got multiple bags, you can flip it over and go and push through. Now, I will say, because these bags are full, they will have a tendency to want to bunch and clog up in the hole. So if you've got two bags up there side by side, it's tough to go in the middle and take all three. If you try to do that, you're going to clog the hole. Now, if I'm up in the round and I'm throwing my last bag, my opponent's got one bag left, maybe I want to clog the hole and just guarantee that I've got points because I'm already ahead and they can't put their bag in. But if I've got two bags side by side that I want to collect, I'm going to step out and collect one first for my third bag, next one's my fourth, or whatever bags I got. I'm going to collect one at a time just to be safe. Now, if you've got bags back to back, you can kind of come down and push them through. Leaves me an availability on these black pearls, and Black Flag has a website, blackflagcornhole.com. Link down in the description for you guys. The bags were $70 for a set of 4, which is a great price for an ACL stand bag. $70. It was $12 shipping, so $82 shipped to you. Is on the cheaper end of bags. I love the fact that Black Flag is putting bags out there at a very reasonable price, and they got a good variety of bags. So if this doesn't sound like your bag, check out some other reviews on their bags. They've got some bags. They've basically got a bag out there for every type of player, every type of thrower. So if you're looking at trying to buy some affordable ACL stand bags, definitely check out Black Flag Cornhole, blackflagcornhole.com. Again, link down in the description. If you throw in the black pearls, always love hearing you guys' opinions and your feedback, what you like, what you don't like. Drop a comment down below. Let me know. I thank you so much for your support, and I thank you for watching.